Headphone The Beginning, A Night in Ibiza. In May 2024, after the 3-1 win over France in the Olympic qualifiers, Lauren James and several England players flew to Ibiza for a vacation. The press recorded her appearance with a famous Dutch DJ named Miko, who specializes in underground techno. Lauren's Instagram story posted a blurry story, flashing lights, pounding electronic music, with the caption, "No rules tonight." No one thought that sentence would become the first evidence of the biggest scandal of her career. Test tube positive test. Shock to the FA. 3 weeks later, during the team's training session to prepare for a friendly match with Brazil, the FA's routine doping test results returned. Lauren James tested positive for the banned substance MDMA and a derivative of ketamine. The FA initially kept it under wraps, but a veteran sports reporter picked up the leak and tweeted anonymously. The Lioness's famous number 7 could be banned for 2 years. It's not a tonic, Twitter exploded. Netizens dug up the Ibiza photos. The story was deleted, but the internet never forgot. Collision secrets revealed. Lauren's double life. The Daily Mail immediately published a series of investigative reports, revealing that Lauren had been seen at private parties with London's underground artists, including a rapper who was arrested for drug smuggling, a stylist who was jailed for possession of illegal substances, and Miko himself, who is believed to be Lauren's secret boyfriend. An anonymous source within the team said, "She's always quiet, but at night, she turns into a different person." Prohibited FA suspends. Nike terminates contract. BBC reports primetime. FA announces indefinite suspension of Lauren James, and launches independent investigation. Nike cancels entire Play Bold promotional campaign featuring Lauren just 24 hours after the news broke. BBC featured the incident on Newsnight with the title, "From a Football Genius to an England Disgrace?" A series of hashtags exploded. Hashtag Lauren James drugs. Number 7 fall. Hashtag White Line Lioness. Firecracker unexpected turning point. Lauren went silent. Then exploded. After 10 days missing from social media, Lauren suddenly posted a short 90-second video, filmed on her phone, unedited, without beautiful lighting. "I used it, not for fun, but because I wanted to mute the noise in my head. I am not perfect. I am just a child carrying the pressure of a country, and I chose the wrong way to escape." The video hit 80 million views in 48 hours. But what shocked everyone more was, Miko was arrested the same day on charges of systematic drug supply, and Lauren was confirmed as a key witness. Balance scale court, closed trial, and suspended sentence. Lauren appeared in court in July 2024. Thanks to her cooperation and honest testimony, she was not prosecuted, but banned from competition for 18 months. Must participate in mandatory psychological treatment rehabilitation. Must speak publicly at 10 secondary schools about the harmful effects of drugs in sport. Wilted flower. A chapter closed. Lauren disappeared completely. No more social media. No more press. No more public appearances. Just a photo taken by a fan. Lauren sitting alone on a bench on the banks of the Thames, wearing a grey hoodie, headphones in her ears, staring blankly. People call her the ghost. No 7 inches. The lost soul of England. Clapperboard conclusion. A heart full of technique, but too deeply wounded to score in life. Lauren James is not dead, she is still a genius. But she has collided with the dark corners that football, the media and ego combine to create. The ultimate question is not, has she used drugs? But, why didn't anyone ask her what she needed, before she needed a substance to forget? Dove sequel. The return of #7 inches return, as a different person. Spiral calendar. January 2026. The day the ban ends. Lauren James appears before the press after 18 months of suspension. No longer has the cold eyes, no longer has the burning confidence of the past. She looks thinner, calmer, and on her left wrist is clearly visible a new tattoo. A white line, white line. A reporter asks, "Do you think you are still the same Lauren James?" She smiles, without hesitation. "No, I am the survivor of the old Lauren James. Soccer ball strange comeback, signing a contract with a second division team, instead of returning to Chelsea or the England team. Lauren signed a contract with a second division women's club called Kingston United, where there are mainly young players, a simple training ground, and no media. She refused all advertising, interview, and autobiography offers. Instead, she used her own money to sponsor a football academy for girls aged 13 to 16, especially those with a history of depression or behavioral disorders. The miracle does not come from the striker, but from inner strength. In March 2026, Lauren played her first match after 595 days of absence. Didn't score, but she passed the ball as if she could read her teammates' minds, controlling the ball as if she had never left the pitch. The opposing coach said, "She doesn't play like someone who wants to win. She plays like someone who wants to live." A clip of Lauren hugging a young player crying on the pitch was shared across social media. Hashtag Lauren Rises reached the top of Twitter UK. Outgoing mail Serena Wegman's strange invitation, and a shocking refusal. In June 2026, the England coach sent an invitation to call Lauren back to the national team for the Olympics. This was a time when England was thirsty for an icon, someone who could unite the team, and Lauren was the perfect candidate. But she wrote a handwritten letter back, announcing to the whole team, "I once made England cry. I don't want to scare them again, not even once. Let the new generation continue to write the glory. I have written my part, with blood and mistakes." Wilted Flower Epilogue. When football is no longer about glory, but redemption. A year later, Lauren opened a psychological training course for young players, working with a sports doctor and a behavioral psychologist. At the opening ceremony, she stood in front of more than 200 girls aged 15 to 20 and said, "If you ever feel like you're so broken that you need medication to survive, remember, there was a girl who played for England who did the same. But she chose the ball over the pill, and now, here she is." New Moon conclusion. Not everyone who survives a scandal needs forgiveness. But if they can forgive themselves, they have won. Lauren James, the former number 7 genius, did not return to Wembley. She did not win the World Cup. She did not score a historic goal, but she won the most terrifying thing, herself at her weakest. And sometimes, that is the greatest goal a player can score. Checkered flag final pass. The final pass, Lauren James, passing the ball to the next generation. Spiral Calendar 2027 A tribute match at Wembley. 3 years after the shocking drug scandal. 1 year after refusing to return to the national team. Lauren James, now a former player, a psychology coach for the National Women's Football Academy, and the founder of the White Line Foundation, an organization that helps players overcome mental trauma. The FA organizes a friendly match in Lauren's honor, the number 7 redemption game, between the current England women's squad and a team of stars chosen by Lauren. The stands are packed. Tickets sell out in 4 minutes. People don't come because Lauren is still playing well. They come to say a proper goodbye to an imperfect legend. Firecracker the last touch. Not a shot, but a pass. 89th minute, 2-2. The game was symbolic, but Lauren was on the pitch for the last 10 minutes, as a tribute. A beautiful ball to her feet. The stands fell silent. She was in front of the goal. Could have shot, scored, but she passed. The ball rolled to a 17-year-old girl, who had been trained by Lauren for 3 years, now the youngest striker on the national team. She shot. Goal. Camera with flash the last photo. Not the trophy, but a hug. Lauren did not raise her arms to celebrate. She ran up, hugged her, then pointed to the number 7 on her back. "It's yours now." A photo of that moment, Lauren bowing her head, hair tied back, eyes closed as if closing a circle of life, became the cover of Time magazine with the headline. The fall, the fight, the forward pass, speech balloon final words, excerpted from the autobiography released later. White line number 7, inside a broken halo. I used to think fame was everything. Then I lost it. I used to think someone else had to save me. Then I saved myself. But now I know, the one thing I never lost, was the ball. And I still pass it on, because someday, someone will pass it back. End final. Lauren James. Stink or legacy? She doesn't have a bronze statue. She doesn't have a gold star on her chest. But she had real stories, real scars, and a generation of female players said, if Lauren can overcome it all, then so can I. And so, Lauren James, the player who was banned for drugs, who loved the wrong person, who ran away from herself, still became a legend. Not because she was unbeatable, but because she was defeated, and still got back up.